Often we will want to generate a large list of solutions to an equation. And that's a boring and repetitive task. And the good news is that our calculator is super good at doing boring and repetitive tasks. So let's say we have a great big table of solutions that we want to fill in. We want to make a big list of solutions of the equation 5x minus 3y equals 15. We want to give a solution for each row in this table. We want to make a list of 7 solutions. Well, we could pick a bunch of values for x and solve for the corresponding values of y. Or we could use our calculator to generate a table. Now, in order to be able to enter an equation on the calculator, it needs to be in a special form. Specifically, it needs to have been solved for y. So first we need to solve for y. Alright, so we've got 5x minus 3y equals 15. We'll subtract 5x on both sides. We'll get negative 3y equals negative 5x plus 15. We'll multiply both sides by negative 1/3. On the left we just get y. On the right we have to be careful and distribute. Negative 5 times negative 1/3 is positive 5/3 x. 15 times negative 1/3 is negative 5. So we get y is 5/3 x plus negative 5. You can write that as minus 5 if you prefer. Okay, now that we've solved for y, we're ready to go to the calculator. We're going to go to the calculator and hit the y equals button, which brings us to the place that the calculator allows us to enter equations. So I hit y equals, and that brings up this screen. And now I can just enter my equation. Right, I have 5/3 x. Just to the right of the green alpha button, there's a button that says xt theta n. That's the button we want to use to enter the variable. So 5/3 x plus negative 5. Now, even if we're working with an equation where the variable has a different name, we'll still want to use that xt theta n button. Okay, so now we've entered our equation in the calculator. How do we get a table? Do you see above the button that says graph, it says table in blue? We hit the second key and then that graph button to get a table. And now you see we have a column labeled x, those are x values, and a column labeled y, those are y values. And we're just going to choose rows then where we have nice values for y. So I'm going to start with maybe x is negative 6, y is negative 15. Then x is negative 3, y is negative 10. Then x is 0, y is negative 5. To scroll through this table, I'm using the up buttons and the down buttons. Let's see, after x is 0, I've got a nice value at x is 3, y is 0. And then x is 6, y is 5. And then x is 9, y is 10. And then maybe I'm seeing a pattern here. X is 12, y is 15. If we ever want a large table of values like this, we can always use the calculator to generate a table by first solving for y.